Those two next to me are having a field day already. It's exciting to be standing next to you two. You always know how to mock the other, it seems. Ems thinks Frank is going to be on the left-hand side, the Bens, Mina, Robs, and Meeple on the right-hand side. I was kind of hoping to finally see that Frank Poco comp we've been talking about all day, but one of the two's just always banned out. Here in EMEA, still the most picked brawler so far, Pierce, then Grey, Mina. It's very different from what we saw yesterday. First picks here, Pierce on the right-hand side, so that trend at least follows still. And then Nob with Spike, Guesty with Crow. So we do have some Buffy action in the mix as well, and a lot of DPS on the side of Foot.
Yeah, I like this for esports composition, to be fair. You give me a Spike, I'm going to be pretty happy. It's versatile, Crow, more of the same. We've seen it so much, actually, especially over the last few series and through the day. Crow's really making some big waves in this game. But yeah, Spike, very solid. Pierce, if you can kind of have that opening, get the shots through, recycle that ammo, going to be very good. And that is going to be quite dangerous, I'd say.
I feel like, for esports, taking the Crow is mainly because of how well Luki was playing it in the previous set of Brawl Ball. And Boss taking away the Mortis because it's better in the hands of Hmbl than it is in the hands of Foot Esports, or at least for Humbl's sake, shall we say. Third brawler coming in thick and fast, but I'm really liking what Hmbl are cooking here.
Let's see what's their last pick gonna be. Some more aggression or maybe something for control. Shelly could come in here, or could Delius, just to have that tank countering. As Foot Esports still wants to pick up a tank. Kenji would still be one of those. Hank also often played on open business. Humbl's last pick is gonna be Lumi. She kind of fulfills the same role as Lu did in the past with her ice rinks. You have a pretty good control together with that Pierce. They have two long-ranged snipers, so even if Esports would break open the map here, they would be standing quite solid.
Well, Kenji comes down as the last. It's been another brawler that's been showing up quite a lot, to be honest, and it's going to be Foot Esports who do take that. Either Hmbl or Guesty, I would imagine, championing that brawler, being as aggressive and strong on these assassin brawlers as they are. I think they do have to be a little bit scared about the Mortis on the other side. As you say, Ark, it's kind of... I feel like they're taking the opposition's brawlers to be quite safe, but no matter what, Mortis is pretty strong, no matter whose hands it is.
Exactly, that's the power of the Buffy Brawlers. And Lumi, I mean, let's talk a bit more about that, because I still really kind of like Lumi. Hmbl still bring her in from time to time, but we've seen a massive drop-off of this particular brawler. And, I get the idea of the gadget on the zone, and it can definitely probably buy some time, and straight away we see it before our very eyes, but is it really going to pull in the goods for Hmbl?
Well, Angelboy's destroying Luki on the left-hand side, and going to go for Boss now as well. Little trade as he comes back to his death. Pierce will get that kill on Guesty as well, and it's 10% in it. Some good shots being hit by Boss, but has to be cautious of these curveballs now, and doesn't quite find him. Lumi slowed on the right, and Angelboy willing to take this Luki matchup once more.
Yeah, this dance-off between Luki and Angelboy. Luki much the lower, now swiped away by Angelboy, is now Hmbl now continue to climb. But with Guesty now locked in, Angelboy. Hmbl falling behind. Nob as well. That matchup is going to absolutely love playing that Spike. Gadget's hand. Actually, so it's going to be a trade on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I think he wanted to try and tank that Pierce super with the life plant just after it had been placed. Semantic going to lock down Guesty in the middle of the zone, but it's getting away from them quite fast. That's going to be a good trade as well for Nob. I think Luki maybe used his hypercharge in there. Jump comes in from Guesty now, and I don't know if Boss is going to burn down or not, but a good evasion from Angelboy there, and he does eventually burn.
Well, Nob will fly a super out to seemingly nowhere. It will delay the onset of Hmbl somewhat. But Luki trying to get the most value he can. The knockback now, the life plant has been reworked. Will seal his demise as Angelboy comes back into play. Can't quite find a connection, and Semantic will punish.
Guesty able to evade that super that Semantic was throwing in. A Pierce one being thrown out as well, but didn't get anything back from that either. It's starting to get closer. Foot have been kind of just walking on again and again and again, and Hmbl haven't been put up that much fight until now, but Nob can't quite get this done on the right-hand side. Angelboy just going for % once more.
Well, they can find Guesty here as well, who will jump in with desperation. Fights Boss, still alive, shielded, and gets the trade. That is fantastic value from that boy. And now Foot Esports collect on the zone yet again. Nob will be able to freelance super here to delay the onset of Hmbl, and this might just be Foot Esports getting their first game in their grand finals on the board.
Yeah, first game's a big one in this matchup. You want to get these early points against a team who's going to be not scary, because Foot know they're one of the best teams in this region. They've been scrimming, they've been doing well, but against a 2024 champion, a runner-up in 2025, you know you've got your work cut out for you. You want to get these points on the board early, and that's exactly what Foot did. Little scrappy in the midsection, but eventually got the job done.
Okay, well, Angel Boy skating around to start things off, and already for Esports. It's falling down slightly and leaving Nob all alone here. Boss here in the mid, staying alive, but still being whittled down gradually as the spawn cycles are pretty good for both sides, it seems, but now for Esports Collect, trying to keep low-key low along the way as the trade on the right-hand side. Neck and neck, but look at that stun, that freeze as well, combined will give Hmbl a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of a waste of a Mortis super in there, but I don't think he's going to be too mad about it considering how much he's been destroying Nob, and he tanks that really nicely with the life plant there. Super through the middle to try and open up some room for Angel Boy to go on a bit of a tear, but this Lumi doing so much. Semantic popping off, jump to the back line. He's done great work, and Luki one-shot. Boss got to tank it so he stays alive, and now both of them in that mid-health pool range.
Yeah, Hmbl have adapted well. Just shy of 50% as now for Esports climb back forward. Look at that hypercharge coming through from Semantic, meaning business. One shot away from potentially cycling, but he can't seem to land it. Angel Boy is so slimy, so slippery now, and he might even get a couple of swipes before surely he will go down.
Yeah, it was a good connection. Guess you're going to get hit by that Pierce super as well, though. Nob trying to get the job done, but every time he goes in, he's getting dealt with by Luki. Lovely stuff for him, but they are low. Angel Boy can still go in. Luki got the hypercharge now, doesn't use it, and it's about 10%, make it 15 difference now, and Foot just scrambling onto the point over and over.
Absolutely neck and neck. Luki there will delayed heal as a result of that spike shot. But it's Hmbl that are close down to 80%. Boss will fall now. It's the best chance for Esports to be able to give themselves a bit of a comeback potential here. The hypercharge from Guesty, the support from Nob. This is it now for Esports to tie things up.
Yeah, can't bunch up because Boss has got that super, and that's going to be dangerous. Same with the hypercharge. This should be coming in from Luki pretty soon. Super's there from Angel Boy, evades that lockdown, but Guesty can't do the same. Nob throws the super out. Angel Boy got a lot of work to do. He's getting hit hard. It's so close. It's to the wire.
Two hypercharge for Esports if they can just survive and keep their HP rolling in. It's neck and neck. Hmbl 8% now, but for Esports have got so much potential here. Semantic is low. Angel survives, but everyone falls. Boss will burn, but Semantic won't. He will stay, and Hmbl bring back a game.
I mean, that was so close again. It's so scrappy in the mid. They're just running in for like 2% at a time and just cycling that out. I think Nob's kind of accepted the fact that he's just getting decimated by the Mortis every time, and he just keeps on walking into it. I'm not sure if that's a slight head loss or a bit of a mismanaged player on the right-hand side and not having him swap, but they're just getting on the zone over and over for both team, and it's so close.
Hey, leave my guy Nob alone, mate. He's still recovering from that slip against the whiteboard earlier on today. Guesty will fall quickly, but the trade is also there, leaving Angel Boy and Nob versus Boss and Semantic to battle out for this mid. It's so close. You can really see little between these two teams as they are just neck and neck.
Super missed for Luki, and Guesty will go jump up, get the trade, which he can't complain too much about. Luki's still quite low though. Oh, great super from Angel Boy there as well. Makes a connection to both of them. Now they're both one-shot. Luki healing up quite nicely. I don't think Nob really wanted to shoot him there. He was waiting to attempt to make him, take a shot, make the move, and reset those heals, but Foot in a much better position this time in terms of percent.
I like what Nob's doing here. It's like keeping Luki low, but just slowly whittling him down, but now Luki's been able to dodge the curveball. Full HP, a nice combo spinner through the wall as well. He's got to keep on top of Luki. He is so dangerous in that position. Still, again, neck and neck in terms of the objective, and Luki might burn down. His survives on 164. That's a good spot for him to stay.
Yeah, it really is. He's going to be healed up by any more of the Foot Esports players come up. Now the super from Angel Boy doesn't find any connections. He won't be pleased about that. Percentage only 10% apart. Guesty goes jumping on in, and Semantic with the double super there has the hypercharge ready to roll, and Hmbl getting kill after kill now.
Yeah, now this is going to be a tough wall to breach for Foot Esports as Pierce super on the left-hand side will seal Guesty somewhat. Shielded, but now Angel will come through the mid as well. This is now where Foot Esports can climb things back. Look at the shells littering the map from Pierce. It's not going to do much until the respawn is there, but so far it is absolutely neck and neck at 68-69 apiece now.
Hypercharge missed from Mortis on the right-hand side as well. There's a nice evade from Angel Boy too as he just gets away from Semantic super. Being really slimy with it on the right-hand side. Luki going in. Gets the spinner off onto Guesty, and he's been chased down by Angel Boy, and they've taken the lead once more.
Boss is susceptible to damage in the mid, but Angel Boy not going to take the risk. Guessy taking some shots as well. Gonna be low HP, and Lukey knows it comes straight in. Gets a super for that trouble as well. Nob doing his best to put down super in the mid, but Angel Boy is bringing home the goods so far. Hmbl not on the zone, but Boss can't risk it. He's too low, and the Semantic is trying to go for control. 5% is all the Hmbl need, but Esports needs to go now, but they fall, and Hmbl survive on by 13% at the end. But this match, this battle, is neck and neck.
Such a close matchup between these two teams. Literally, as you say, neck and neck. Two, like 90% games in Hot Zone. Foot started so well, but then it kind of got a bit more scrappy. They were just running towards the zone. They were getting dealt with by Lukey time and time again, and he was being such a nuisance in the backlines. Angel Boy doing what he could, but it just, I don't think, matched to how much of an issue Lukey was being.
Honestly, it's like each side are fully inside the minds of the other. And the timings, everything was perfect. There was just genuinely so little in this matchup. I feel like this could be such an exciting grand finals, and one that could very much go all the way here. But you can see, more often than not, each kind of battle for the mid was decided by just a slither of HP as to who was going to be the last man to stay standing. But yeah, I mean, draft-wise, I think the Lumi actually did serve quite much of a purpose. But we'll see from the stats as to how Semantic did actually fare on paper. But I think overall, Hmbl may have met their match so far. They're in the lead, but only just.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at that. Lukey on 22 kills. Decent DPS for Immortus too. And 26% on the zones. Not bad for a brawler who's supposed to just be aggressive either. Boss with 19, Samantha with 11. So all doing the work there. And as I said, Angel Boy just wasn't really as potent in the backlines. Really giving them some issues as Lukey was, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought Lukey was being mirrored quite a lot by Nob, but there's tremendous amount of kills. That kind of seems to be the way that Mortis now is very much played. It's just like, if you're low HP, just stay in the back lines and try to time your runs back into the mid. But for Hmbl there, I know they were very, very happy to get that first set on the board. There was some celebrations, which for the most part now these days, Hmbl reserve until they actually get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't fault a fist bump here and there when you win a close set. So nice stuff from them. We're heading on to Layer Cake by the looks of it in Bounty to see if Hmbl are going to be able to go 2-0 up, or if we get the justice that this game deserves and it goes to 1-1 so we can see some long games.
From one set into the next then. And a fresh new draft coming in for Layer Cake and Bounty Bands with Shade, the Gene and the Shelly. The Mortis, the Ems and the Gene for the side for Esports, and the first pick will be going off the way of Hmbl. Mina is going to be what they are thinking, and I don't see why not, to be quite honest. Grey's still going to be open here potentially as well, which I quite like for them, but Layer Cake is now a question of, do you want to run it down or do you want to play the long-ranged affair? And
it's mostly run it down, let's be real.
Now we are in the Buffy's era, it does seem to be right.
Absolutely. I mean, even now it's bad. Ems, prior to the nerf, was disgusting on this map. It was so suppressive, and clearly still is for FUT Esports standards. They banned that one out. Mortis is going to be more of the same. Obviously, banning that one out is the smartest thing to do. Willow, on the other hand, they seem to be going for some more control, and she's going to be the thrower that can do the most against those more aggressive brawlers like Semantic on the Mina.
Very defensive for Esports in the regards of the Willow and the Meeple too. Very much yet again trying to delay the onset against that aggression of the Mina, which has got a 100% win rate today, 6 out of 6. Makes a lot of sense as to why Hmbl picked it up first, but can for Esports really delay the inevitable if that brawler does falter in this set? It'll be the first time today. It kind of sends a little bit of a message towards for Esports as to why they've got to fill the need to defend so heavily. For Hmbl now, we've got to support that Mina. There are hill options still available here as well, so could be an option. Pierce can come through the long-ranged backup, and I really quite like how Hmbl are seeing this through.
Yeah, I don't mind that as a selection at all. I think Pierce is a great shout from them. It kind of bounces out. You got Mina to be that aggressive brawler. Pierce can be, don't get me wrong. If you get shots and the ammo's nice to you, goes in the right direction, you can be quite aggressive with those supers and cycle them quite nicely. But I feel like they do need something to kind of go aggressive with the Mina or heal it, one of the two. And I think that kind of leaves FUT Esports still. They're going to go with a thrower of their own, actually, and go the Juju, which I actually don't mind. The amount of bushes here is really solid, but that's going to give it some problems.
Yeah, for sure. Finally, FUT Esports deviates from the defensive to the offensive. The alley coming through, and it's a very dangerous brawler, made more so in the hands of Hmbl if he does go for it. But this is what I love about this new FUT Esports roster. You've got Guesty, who's just an assassin by nature, combined with Hmbl. They can just choose and mix and match along the way, but they are behind, but only just, as the last set was so close. Whose draft is he kind of favouring in this regard? I kind of feel like Hmbl have an edge, but maybe FUT Esports can make this alley count.
I think it all depends on the alley, realistically, as you say. They've got to make it count. If he can run these brawlers down, which he's choosing to try and do now, gets 1 kill, and Boss will only need a couple more to bring him down, but he can jump and evade, gets away nicely. I was going to say that extra range might have still been able to pepper him down, but it's 3 stars to 0. FUT looking good.
Well, a nice mansion of Meeple gadget in the mid from Guesty. Will delay Hmbl from joining Semantic, who's taking this left-hand side flank. Dancing around every shot that comes his way as well. You've got to admire just how well Hmbl are doing so. Hmbl using the gadget there as well. Semantic forced back very quickly there, did not want to take the risk. Now going on the aggressive yet again. Guesty and Nob now falling back into the spawn. It's looking a little bit dangerous. Hmbl gets some kills for his time, but can't get out.
Yeah, expected to be traded there, and that's a good kill from Semantic as well to let them take the lead. Hmbl in control now, and this forces these brawlers to go towards them. Meeple can be caught out by the Mina, and the same with the Willow if not careful, but the dive down gadget should keep her in the mix.
Hmbl now maybe considering going away from the Semantic lane, and is doing just that. The Juju has got the Gree to hand though, so I'm sure now, yeah, exactly, no hesitation there from Boss to deploy it. Semantic with 4 stars though, here, trapped on the right hand side. Guesty's got the, oh, another tap, and only 1 away. Hmbl knows it, smells it, and goes for it now, traded out for the blue star of Hmbl. They are still in the lead.
Yeah, Boss got to be super careful there as well, and does survive. Nob went for the mind control on Semantic, I think, and didn't find the connection. It's the same again, same situation once more. They need to get Semantic pinned down, take advantage of the others, and he is in there as well. Hypercharge super coming forward, don't think he's got the windmill, does now, but the Willow shot's going over the top. Hmbl has to go in, but he has to turn around because he's not got the HP. Nob in the wall, trying to get the shot through. Boss goes down, and FUT can surely just run away here. Brilliant stuff from them. Lukey trying to get it done, but Semantic not going to be there in time as FUT Esports clutch it in the last seconds.
What a steal from FUT. I was so focused with Semantic, who seemed to be the person that they were hunting, but it made much more sense to deviate away and keep that pressure on. Fantastic work. This set is still very much all up for grabs, and it was a very close affair until those final few seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see if this time Hmbl can hold on to it a little bit better. Guesty was slowed in the back lines there, and forward comes Hmbl. Should be traded out, surely, but still managed to survive. And Semantic running him down, gets boxed up and takes a little bit of damage, but they've got nothing to try and get it.
Yeah, Semantic was susceptible for a moment, but without the Meeple Super, pretty much going to be safe in the sound in that regard. And now the Esports will try to attempt to push into this back spawn, to hold their own just for a moment here, and Guesty on the left-hand side looks the most susceptible. Boxed in is Semantic now. These Willow shots are going to pierce through the poison. Hmbl smells the blood, gets inside, gets the kill, and gets back out.
Yeah, Juju wanting to try and refrag, but he's going to go down as well, extending the lead for FUT Esports. A lot left to be desired for Hmbl at the moment. Hmbl doing well, and his teammates picking up the scraps, getting those kills. And Guesty has a super, probably a Meeple's mansion soon enough. And they're going to be able to fend this off, surely.
It's just fantastic, isn't it? You know, it's all down to that initiation from Guesty, giving the matches of Meeple gadget down in the Willow shots with the poison, and then Hmbl coming in for the final blow. It's really FUT Esports having all 3 members absolutely locked in for this strat. And here goes Semantic again, having to dance to get away from these shots, but it's almost inevitable. He will survive the helping hand of that singular body block from Lukey.
Yeah, gonna have to be careful here. Boss gonna be baited here as Gree goes down, and he still falls with the help of Guesty. Hmbl doing a great job of managing these kills, and he can remain aggressive. They're 7 ahead. Hmbl needs so much work, so much pressure to be able to switch this one round. Every member of FUT Esports still has to die, and Hmbl going on the right hand side, trying to get the job done. Meeple's mansion will slow their aggression as well, and this seems out of hand.
Yeah, 10 seconds for an entire team wipe. It is unlikely, but not impossible by a long shot. The alley going to be the hardest of brawlers to hit. But Hmbl feel like they can give it up early. That is a rarity. How often do you see Hmbl not even bother trying for the kills, because even they know it's all over?
Yeah, that is a rarity. You expect to see them fight until the last minute, knowing the kind of players they are, they're going to want to try and switch it no matter if they think it's impossible or not. But I think that definitely was a little bit beyond their grasps. But Foot doing a really good job tying this one up, making it 1-1. This is the final that we deserve. I didn't want Hmbl to go in and run away with it, because Foot are a team who deserve to be in these games.
I don't know, I mean, it wasn't impossible. I think there was a world in which it may have been doable, but I think that maybe Foot Esports are just starting to chip away at Humbl's ego. Yeah, just a touch, a slide, and to even up the sets now, you know, this could be very, very interesting to follow.
Hmbl taking set number 1, Foot now evening out the score and looking very convincing at that as well. As you mentioned, Trev,